Okay, listeners, you really knocked it out of the park with this deep dive request. Tesla, manufacturing. Two things that are absolutely exploding right now. But you guys went deeper, sent us a bunch of info on something called the Giga Press. Color me intrigued because I definitely
And
am.
for good reason. This isn't just about Tesla building a better electric car. It's about changing how cars are made. And the Giga Press, well, it's at the heart of that revolution.
Okay, you've got my attention. Hit me with it. What exactly is a Giga Press?
Imagine this. A machine so massive, so powerful, it makes a regular car factory look like a toy set. I'm talking about a machine that can exert the force of 6,000 cars. That's the Giga Press.
Six that. Okay, yeah, that's a visual I won't soon forget. But how does it actually work?
So think about how cars are usually made. Hundreds, sometimes even thousands of individual parts, all welded, bolted, pieced together. Incredibly complex. The Giga Press. It flips the script. It uses a process called casting, basically, pouring molten metal into a mold. But here's the thing. Tesla's doing this on a scale we'd never seen before.
So instead of putting a car together piece by piece, they're casting huge chunks of it all at once.
Exactly. Like the entire front or rear underbody of a Tesla Model Y, that's just one or two massive pieces from the Gigapress, not dozens of smaller components welded together.
Wow. Okay, that's got to simplify things considerably. I'm already starting to see the advantages here: cost savings, efficiency, the whole nine yards.
Absolutely. Think about all the welding involved in a traditional car factory. It's time-consuming, energy-intensive, and each weld is a potential weak point down the line. The Gigapress cuts down on the number of welds dramatically, saves time, energy, and makes the car more reliable in the long run.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Fewer parts, less labor, less that can go wrong. It's like the manufacturing equivalent of keep it simple.
Precisely. And you know what happens when you can simplify and streamline a process? Costs go down,
Music to any automaker's ears, I'm sure.
especially when it comes to EVs. This kind of efficiency could be a real game changer because it brings us one step closer to making EVs more affordable for everyone.
And that's huge. I mean, as much as we all love the idea of electric cars, that price tag has been a major barrier for a lot of people. So the GigaPress isn't just some cool piece of technology, it's got the potential to really shake up the EV market.
Exactly. But it goes even deeper than that.
Yeah.
Just wait until we get into the materials they're using and the role of AI in all of this.
Okay, now you're really reeling me in. Let's talk materials. Okay, so Tesla's got this massive machine, this GigaPress we keep talking about, but they're not just chucking any old metal in there, are they?
Exactly. We're not talking about your grandpa's aluminum siding here. Tesla developed a special alloy just for this process.
Ooh, custom-made metal. I like the sound of that. What's so special about it?
Well, for one, it's incredibly strong. Higher strength to weight ratio than typical aluminum.
So tougher, but not heavier,
Exactly. It's both lighter and stronger than what most manufacturers are using.
which is huge when you're talking about EVs. Lighter car, more range,
Yep.
right?
You got it. But it gets even better.
Oh, I'm listening.
This alloy doesn't need the usual heat treatments that other aluminum alloys require.
Okay, gotta be honest. Not a materials scientist here. What's the significance of that?
Think about traditional car manufacturing for a second.
Lots of fire, lots of noise, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You've got to heat the metal, shape it, cool it. Energy intensive, adds a lot of complexity.
Right.
This new alloy, they could skip all that.
No need to mess around with all that extra heating and cooling.
Exactly. Makes it a perfect match for the Gigapress.
Which, if I remember correctly, kind of likes to keep things simple. Okay, so we've got this massive metal molding machine and a custom-made, super strong, lightweight metal to feed it. But here's the thing that's been bugging me. With parts that big, how do they make sure everything comes out right? I mean, if something goes wrong, you've got a whole lot of scrap metal on your hands.
That's where things get really interesting. Tesla's brought in the big guns for quality control, artificial intelligence.
AI checking parts, that sounds like it's straight out a sci-fi movie.
Except it's real, and it's happening right now in Tesla factories.
Okay, I'm officially intrigued.
Imagine this. Every single point on that huge metal car part scanned and analyzed in real time by an incredibly precise inspector that never gets tired.
So instead of humans with, like, magnifying glasses and micrometers, it's all done digitally.
Precisely. Sensors and cameras feed information to an AI system.
And this system can spot flaws that humans might miss.
Absolutely. Tiny air bubbles, microscopic cracks, even the slightest variations in thickness.
Wow, talk about attention to detail.
And here's the beauty of it. The AI learns and adapts.
Okay, so it gets even smarter over time.
Exactly.
It's pretty wild.
Every time the Gigapress casts a part, The AI gathers data, analyzes it, and gets better at spotting those
That's
imperfections.
incredible.
But there's another side to this technology that's really important:
All right, lay it on me.
sustainability.
Ah, music to my ears. We talk a lot about how eco-friendly EVs are to drive, but what about the environmental impact of actually making them?
A critical question, and one that often gets overlooked. But Tesla's really trying to walk the walk here. From the Giga Press itself to the AI monitoring, the entire setup is designed with energy efficiency in mind.
So it's not just about the end product, it's about the whole manufacturing process.
Exactly. They're proving that sustainability starts at the factory floor.
And that's a powerful message. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here. The Giga Press, this incredible metal alloy, AI quality control. But how does this all fit into the bigger picture? What does this mean for Tesla, for the EV market, for the future of manufacturing as a whole?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay, so we've gone deep on this Giga Press, this super strong alloy, even how AI is making sure these huge car parts are coming out perfect. But zoom out for me for a second. What's the bigger picture here? How does this one piece of tech, even as impressive as it is, change the entire game?
Well, imagine this for a second. Tesla factories, not just here, but all over the globe, each one humming with these gigapresses, churning out EVs like crazy.
And we've talked about how these Giga Presses are modular, right? Like they can basically plop them down anywhere and get things up and running pretty quickly.
Exactly. It gives Tesla incredible flexibility and speed, something their competitors just don't have.
So it's not just about building more cars, it's about building them whatever makes the most sense whenever they need to.
Precisely. Responding to demand in a way that traditional automakers with their huge complex supply chains simply can't match.
So you've got this game-changing tech, scalability, global reach. I gotta ask, are the other automakers freaking out right now?
Let's just say it's a wake-up call for the entire industry. They're all watching Tesla very closely, trying to figure out how to catch up.
Yeah. Scrambling to reverse engineer the Gigapress, I bet.
You're not wrong. They're investing heavily in R&D, looking into large-scale casting, experimenting with new materials, trying to figure out how to use AI in their own factories.
So Tesla's not just winning the game right now, they're changing the rules of the game entirely.
And that's what makes this so fascinating, this level of disruption. It often leads to a wave of innovation across an entire industry.
Right. Everyone's got to up their game to keep up.
Exactly. So even if you're not a car person, this is worth paying attention to. What Tesla's doing could have ripple effects throughout manufacturing, making EVs cheaper, greener, more accessible to everyone.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners today? This Gigapress, it's not just a cool piece of tech. It's a sign of things to come, a potential turning point in how we build things, not just cars. A future where EVs are the norm, built in smarter, more sustainable ways.
We're at a crossroads, no doubt about it. Tesla's making a big bet with the Gigapress, a bold move. Will it pay off? Will they completely reshape the auto industry? Or will the competition catch up? Only time will tell, but it's going to be fascinating to watch unfold.
No doubt about that. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of Tesla's Gigapress, listeners. Until next time.